Welcome to Cactus Hoarders California Edition 2017. Starting in the front courtyard, this is the north-facing wall of the house, so we have the succulents that need the most protection. This wall gets a few hours of sun in the afternoon every day, this time of year anyway. Over against this part of the courtyard we've got an aeonium that we started from a cutting, and it got a little bit cold and then some snails got to it, and you can see it got pretty ugly, and I thought it was gone, and then it started to flower, so it ought to be interesting what happens next. There's one of my favorite Echinopsis hybrids, many years old, many happy flowers. There's a nopales, started from a cutting. I was afraid the big one wouldn't survive the move, so I started this one in a black pot, and it's doing well. So we're doing succulent arrangements like what we did here at the Cactus courtyard gate. So in the center of these succulent arrangements you got a gold tooth aloe, and you can see this one's starting to send up its flower stalk. All the way around it you've got a small jade plant, burrow tails, a stone crop sedum that's cascading down the side, and they're doing really well. This one, the companion pot, has phantom at the bottom, and then you can see the beans are flowering just above the cat's head. And right up here we got pig face also flowering. So after they're all done flowering, we're going to break them up and repot them into those clay pots over there. Okay, the winner for who likes to be on top of the fence post is agave all along the top of this wall. The agave seem to survive year-round. They look pretty good, so we're going to stick with them. A bunch of little starts. You see more fuzzy flower buds than you see cactus on most of them, but those are always fun when you have more flower than you have plant. Over here, pretty red flowers on the peanut cactus, and then some respect to the cherries on the cherry tree. Okay, into this corner, a lot more backup copies of plants. They're sitting here all protected. That nopales got really cold. I didn't know if it... I'll probably save one paddle off of it. The bottom doesn't look very good. So here's another one of those succulent arrangements we're doing with the gold tooth at the center. And over here, this is raw materials for future arrangements. And there's Goldilocks 1, Goldilocks 2. They like to flower pink flowers this time of year. This is a Trichoceros grandiflora torch cactus. Deep red flowers. It's actually just a piece that broke off. I let it callus, and then I stuck it in that pot, and I think it's ready for a legitimate pot of its own. And then here we have just a few more raw material pots. Now, last year I didn't know what to do with these big standing aloe plants that are on either side of this gateway, but I think they'll do well there. So this is the courtyard of a cactus hoarder in California. Thanks for watching. Hey, welcome to the backyard of Cactus Hoarders California Edition 2017. So we start off over here with a plant that didn't like how cold it got last year, but I think it'll survive. I got that at a cactus show, and I'm not very good at that one yet. And now we have this Echinopsis chamaceris sylvestre with the orange flowers. I kind of went on a campaign last year and propagated a lot of it. And it rewards you with all these orange flowers. So, it works good in a hanging pot or a tall pot that it can drape down. It probably works good crawling across the ground too, but I haven't done that yet. So, starting to figure out where these guys can actually go in the ground, and one by one put them in the ground. We got this little roof built above them because that up there is a walnut tree, and walnut trees drop stuff. So that kind of shelters them from being dropped on. So along the row here we've got more Trichoceros grandiflora, big red flowers. And then this is a San Pedro cactus that we just put in the ground. And it's more than 6 feet tall. And that was quite an experience getting that moved here and in the ground. Now further along the row, once upon a time my friend called me and said that there was an opalis cactus in a 5-gallon bucket that they were going to throw away. And that's it right there. It's now got a home. So more of the peanut cactus going red flower crazy. And then on to the back. So here's where we moved the circus tents to. That's where we grow food. That's not asparagus fern, that is asparagus. And there's lots of other stuff. There's a berry arch back there. I like that. So here's the medicine aloe plant. It's still in bloom. Hummingbirds like that one. And then down here we've got different color peanut cactus flowers. And then centered around the raised bed, starting to figure out what cactus look good in the raised bed together, and then just putting all your pots around there. So a little worried about this Echinopsis monstros down here. It got too wet. It got really wet this year as we ended the drought here. And not everybody liked it. So this weekend we've got a lot of flower buds starting to push out. Some of them are on plants we know what they're going to do. And then some of them, like this guy here, I got it from a cactus show 3 years ago, and it's never managed to push out flowers until just now, so we'll find out what color those flowers are. And then I'll back up so you can see how tall these San Pedro are. Yeah, that's pretty tall. So more flower buds. These will flower deep red. These are really pretty. That one with the variegated light color on the side. Okay, now the next bed. It's a little bit different. A little bit more succulent plants over there. This pale cactus, it's not, I don't think it's really a cactus. It was a gift, and you know when it's happy because it gets these little leaves at the top. And so you can see the little leaves that it's starting to be happy again. But that's the color it's supposed to be. It's not sick. And then we've got this, I think it's a crown of thorns. It was given to me as a stick, and it was promised that it would have a mop of red flowers. And I don't know if that qualifies as a mop, but it is a few red flowers. So we've got our domino cactus. And then right here is a favorite. This is one that, it's an Echinopsis hybrid, and it started from a pup that had a flower when it was really young, and the flower scarred the pup so bad it couldn't grow anymore on its own, so it started throwing out little pups. So I just decided to grow it as an experiment to see if bonsai cactus, if there was such a thing. Looks like there is. And you see another torch over here. And then this is, you hear people talk about how if a cactus rots, you can cut off the top and then it can root on its own. So here's an example of a cactus that the base rotted and it rooted on its own, and then somebody knocked it over. We're not sure exactly who it was, but I think I hear a guilty creature in there. I don't know if you can see the guilty creature in there, but that's Raven. She's an Americana chicken. She doesn't normally destroy plants. And this is Scooby, the guinea hen. They're a team. Yeah, the only plants they've been known to really go after are that succulent called hen and chicks. And if anybody knows if that's like catnip for chickens, please reply in comments, because that's my theory. So this is a Trichoceros grandiflora that I've been told will give me white flowers. So that's new to the garden. And then, of course, we grow catnip. And this is what it's like to have a cactus hoard in the backyard in California. Thanks for watching. This is one Echinopsis that the flower opened last night, so it's just a sign of what there's going to be a lot more of. You can see all the suspicious fuzzy flower buds there. So this is where we hide just a few more of the succulent arrangements and our giant fluffy ruffle fern.